Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into a thrilling topic that's fascinated military enthusiasts for generations: guerrilla tactics. These tactics have shaped the course of history, and in some cases, they've been the key to victory for smaller, less equipped forces. If you're a fan of warfare strategy, you're in for a treat. Let's get started. Imagine you're part of a guerrilla family. This isn't your typical conventional army. You're relying on the element of surprise, intimate knowledge of the terrain, and sheer ingenuity. The guerrilla family operates in the shadows, striking swiftly and then fading away like ghosts. One of the most effective guerrilla tactics in history comes from the Vietnam War. The Viet Cong were masters of blending into the dense jungles. They dug complex tunnel systems, setting traps and launching hit-and-run attacks. The American forces, despite their superior firepower, found it incredibly challenging to fight against an enemy they couldn't see. The guerrilla family here used their home advantage to devastating effect. Now, let's journey back to the Peninsular War during the Napoleonic Wars. The Spanish guerrillas were relentless. They targeted supply lines, ambushed troops, and used the rugged Spanish terrain to their benefit. This constant harassment drained French resources and morale, proving that a small, dedicated guerrilla family could stand up to a seemingly unstoppable force. Moving to the modern era, we can't forget the Mujahideen in Afghanistan during the Soviet-Afghan War. These fighters knew their mountainous homeland like the back of their hand. They used hit-and-run tactics, ambushed convoys, and leveraged their knowledge of the terrain to outmaneuver the Soviet forces. The guerrilla family here demonstrated that persistence and local support could turn the tide of war. In Latin America, the Cuban Revolution showcased another brilliant use of guerrilla tactics. Fidel Castro and his guerrilla family operated from the Sierra Maestra Mountains. They launched raids, recruited locals, and used propaganda effectively. Their ability to mobilize quickly and strike unexpectedly played a crucial role in overthrowing Batista's regime. And let's not forget the American Revolutionary War. The Continental Army, along with militia groups, used guerrilla tactics against the British. Leaders like Francis Marion, known as the Swamp Fox, utilized hit-and-run attacks and knowledge of the southern swamps. This guerrilla family's ability to strike and disappear frustrated the British and contributed significantly to the American victory. So what makes guerrilla tactics so hard to fight against? The answer lies in their unpredictability. Conventional armies are often trained for set-piece battles, but guerrilla fighters operate outside the box. They strike where the enemy is weakest, use the environment to their advantage, and can melt away before a counterattack can be organized. It's a cat-and-mouse game where the guerrilla family always has the upper hand. To wrap it up, guerrilla tactics have proven time and again to be a formidable strategy in warfare. The guerrilla family, with its adaptability, resourcefulness, and deep connection to the terrain, can outsmart and outfight even the most powerful conventional forces. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history's most effective guerrilla tactics. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more military history adventures. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. I pause too. 5S. Before we wrap up, let's delve into another crucial aspect of guerrilla warfare that often goes unnoticed: psychological warfare. Guerrilla tactics are not just about physical combat, they are also about breaking the enemy's will to fight. Imagine the constant state of alertness and fear that conventional troops experience, knowing that an attack could come from anywhere, at any time. This psychological pressure can be just as devastating as any physical confrontation. Consider the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War. Their hit-and-run tactics and booby traps didn't just cause physical casualties, they instilled a deep sense of dread among American troops. Soldiers were constantly on edge, knowing that every step could be their last. This relentless psychological warfare eroded morale and made it difficult for the enemy to maintain their fighting spirit. Moving to the Peninsular War, the Spanish guerrillas employed a similar strategy. By targeting supply lines and ambushing troops, they created a sense of insecurity among French forces. The constant threat of an unseen enemy lurking in the shadows drained the French soldiers mentally as much as physically. It's a powerful reminder that warfare is as much about the mind as it is about the body. In the Soviet-Afghan War, the Mujahideen's knowledge of the terrain allowed them to launch surprise attacks and then disappear into the mountains. This unpredictability kept Soviet forces in a perpetual state of anxiety, never knowing when or where the next attack would come. The psychological toll of this uncertainty was immense, contributing to the eventual withdrawal of Soviet troops. The Cuban Revolution also highlighted the importance of psychological warfare. Fidel Castro's guerrilla family used propaganda to win the hearts and minds of the local population. By gaining local support, they were able to create a network of informants and safe havens, further complicating the enemy's efforts to track them down. This psychological advantage was a crucial factor in their success. Even during the American Revolutionary War, guerrilla leaders like Francis Marion understood the value of psychological warfare. By striking quickly and then disappearing into the swamps, they created an aura of invincibility. The British forces, frustrated and demoralized, found it increasingly difficult to maintain their campaign. So, what can we learn from these examples? The psychological impact of guerrilla tactics can be as debilitating as any physical attack. By keeping the enemy in a constant state of fear and uncertainty, guerrilla fighters can break their will to fight. It's a testament to the power of the human mind in the art of warfare. Thanks for sticking around for this deep dive into the psychological aspects of guerrilla warfare. If you found this video insightful, please like, share and subscribe. Also, check Tigger 1973 TAC profile for more videos like this. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.